With a certain clothes, the room rather dark. Even so, the clock say it's still a little early to turn in, but Fusa's lying on a bed anyway, as Siri told her to. I wonder if I'm doing the right thing. Siri asked her to stay, and she did. The feeling isn't so bad. Fusa is used to doing what people ask her to do by now, and it even feels comfortable. It might be rude to Siri to think this way, but it works out for Fusa to go with the flow. Besides, the bath was warm and pleasant. Her uniform didn't seem about a to be dry anytime soon. I'm always making excuses. She feels a little guilty, and her chest feels a little tight. But since she let herself go with the flow, there's nothing she can do now. It's a soundless night. The rain that falls all evening has stopped, so now it's almost unnaturally quiet in Siri's room. Even now, that is later. It, it's later at night. There's not even a sound of the wall creaking walls. Hey, you want to talk? The source of the noise is Siri herself, but for some reason that's a relief. Um, she doesn't she doesn't really know what to talk about. It's not as if Fusa and Siri have many things in common. Also, there's a big obstacle of having a long conversation. Yawn. There's a that obstacle is sleepiness. Fusa felt drowsy ever since she got under the futon. Well, under the covers, but oh well. Even even though it's probably still early to sleep, she got a lot of sleep in yesterday, even if it was unplanned. I wonder why am I so sleepy? Yeah. Fusa sees when Fusa yawns twice in a row. The corner of Siri's mouth curved up. Question percent presents between her and between behind her. Fusa curls up and looks at the creases in the futon. She counts 1, 2, 3 creases, but doing so makes her even more sleepy. She has a little sigh. She unbelievably she's unbelievably sleepy, considering she hasn't been able to sleep yet because her worries. Sarah, yes, she answers, more than half asleep already. She answers a question, more than half asleep already. What do you do all the time? Hmm. I don't know. A vulgar, a vulgar answer. A vulgar answer. One of the ends of the that one that ends the conversation right there. Is no good. I can't keep going with an abstract answer like that. She desperately tries to find a new question to ask, but her eyes are already almost closed. So tired. Fusa's unconsciousness is rapidly eroding away. Consciousness is eroding away. It's like a piece of paper that has been eaten. A piece of paper that's been eaten from the center of fire. It slowly fades away. I think I'm falling asleep. It's a very pleasant moment. It's as if her body is floating inside of something warm. She'd forgotten how it felt, but yesterday and today have helped her. She can see a field of some kind, or maybe it's the touch of something long ago when she was happier then. Maybe it isn't even real, but intoxicating to Fusa. Yawn. Nothing has changed. The room is dark. Hi, that totally doesn't seem. Anyway, the room is dark. Siri looks down at her. Siri. Fusa is still drowsy. She calls out in a weak voice. The color of Siri's eyes shift. What time is it? I don't know. Is it time to get up yet? No, not morning yet. Oh. When it's morning, will you wake me? I will wake you up. Okay. That's a relief to hear. She sleeps a bit, worried that Siri isn't sleeping through, but ultimately, her drowsiness causes her eyes to fall shut again. She takes a hold of something warm nearby. Siri's presence wavers at the moment. The warm thing Fusa took a hold of as she fell asleep was Siri's hand. Siri enjoyed the sensation for a while. She can feel a telltale warmth of a sleeping person and the soft. Fusa wakes up by light fall through the sergeant. Beside her is Siri sleeping. The gloomy inside of the room makes the bridge of her nose cast a shadow. She is really pretty. She spends a moment staring at her, but starts to feel embarrassed. But what's even more embarrassing is that she seems to be getting used to waking up this way. She only met this girl 2 days ago and already slept beside her 2 nights in a row. She can hear the tickling, tickling sound of a portable clock, ticking sound of a portable clock, as well as the chirping of birds. It reminds me something a classmate of hers once said while reading a comic. Ah, morning chirps. She feels uneasy and wakes up fully right away. I wonder if my uniform is dry yet. Fusa slips out of bed smiling with herself to herself and blushing for no good reason. She leaves Siri's warmth and replaces it with a cold floor underfoot. She finally tries the uniform tie. The uniform makes wrinkled cracking noises, probably because it's wet and dry. The material stiffened a little. Thinking back on how she hurried here before the rain hit makes her smile a little. Then looks back at the bed. Siri. Calling her name is a little easier now. She's wondering how many times it's been by now. It's probably the 3rd time, maybe the 4th. Fusa imagined herself is she that a bit more flexible and hard-headed than that. She's used to calling people by their last names, unless she's they're really good friends with them. Sir. There's a sweet little flutter in her chest. Siri. Her voice is a little louder than she intended. Siri pushed herself up and looks at Fusa with sleepy eyes, but doesn't seem she had a rough awakening. Her eyes soon gained that cat-like sparkle. She sits abruptly, energetically. Fusa's eyes goes wide, but then smiles. Yeah. Good morning. It's time to go to school already. Do you have to leave right away? No, I still have a little time. In that case, Siri stands up, then walks up to Fusa and spreads her arms wide. What are you doing? It's a morning hug. I'm not going to do that. That's embarrassing. Aww. Siri puffs her cheeks and shows displeasure. It makes her look childish, especially with her hair messed up because she just got up. Even her handsome features, her expression sure changed when she makes different faces. Why not? Why not? Well, come on, why not? Siri smiles mischievously at Fusa, who looks who trying to come up with something to say. Well, if you hate it that much, then never mind. She smiles while she says that. Fusa didn't me doesn't like it very much when people say that, but for some strange reason she can't bring herself to dislike it entirely. It's only a hug. It's just like this. She doesn't seem to have she doesn't she doesn't have to try to talk me into it by saying just that. Besides, what more could there be to it? Come on. It's not like you can't effort to do it. It it's begin the beginning of a new day, and the two of them are alone in a room. One of them one of them is smiling. That makes the other face break into a smile as well. Okay. When Fusa nods, Siri spreads her arms wide again in a dramatic posture. It is as if she's calculating it. But now feel but now she feels embarrassed about it after all. So her smile turned into an embarrassed grin. Oh jeez. Fusa smiles as well, throws herself into Siri's arms. First it's soft, but it gets stronger, even stronger still. Strong. Hey, that hurts. She locked in a tight embrace, though her shoulders is confined. Fusa moves her own arms as well. She generally gingerly puts them around Siri's slim waist. Siri's scent enters her nose. They felt they fit together like clever crafted woodwork. Sometimes you're so daring, Fusa-chan. The hold on them slickens, and she pulls away a little. Siri is looking with upturned eyes. I wonder if I did something weird. Fusa's eyes are wavering. Maybe Siri took that as a grin, as a sign, because she pressed her lips on Fusa's. Fusa's body immediately goes rigid. She reflectively tries to push Siri away by pushing her chest, but she can't exert any force, so she ends up being a light tap. It ended up being a light tap. is a long kiss. A and a slank wise one. Fusa begins flailing her hands and feet. Siri calm as ever, but Fusa bewildered and panted. Her vision is a little pinkish. Is it a lack of oxygen, or a little, or for us some other reason? No, Fusa thinks she got to be the oxygen. No, Fusa thinks it gotta be the oxygen this time, for sure. Fusa-chan, you so funny. Whoa. But you are. I've never met a girl as funny as you before. Siri's wonderful laughter rubbed Fusa the wrong way. Oh, but then I don't meet many people to begin with, so I suppose that doesn't mean much, does it? But then the next moment she's quiets down and become more serious. I wouldn't say that. It's okay. I don't leave this room because I want to, after all. But I don't misunderstand. I don't misunderstand. It's not that I hate going to school. I see. Siri turns her back and starts walking through the room. Fusa-chan, do you like this room? Yes. Well, I suppose I like it a lot. I've really come to like it. Really? I'm glad to hear that. I haven't really let my friends stay over the night before either. But as for this place, Siri smiles and points at the clock. Have you checked the time? I should get going. Well, see you later. See you later. Fusa leaves the room, waves by Siri. She passed through the slightly cold corridor and headed outside. When she was in the room, it seemed pretty bright outside, but actually cloudy. Sigh. Alright, if you want to see more of this, please leave a like and subscribe. Say, Nemo Misaki out.